Good morning, Oxbow Creek, and welcome back to our final week of September. And as you know, during this first month of school, we've been talking about our big three. First of all, being safe. And I came around and talked with all of you about what safety means to me and how important it is to me that every part of the day, whether it's arrival, dismissal, recess, lunch, that kids are safe here at Oxbow. Hope you learned all those lessons and keep that in mind. And also, I know there are a few students who are absent for my presentation. We're going to have one more makeup session. Please come to that one so I make sure I talked with all the kids. Second week, we were talking about being respectful. That's going to be an ongoing theme of the year as well. What does it mean to be respectful, not only of your classmates, but also of the staff here at Oxbow Creek, the property here at Oxbow Creek, and really how that carries on into your life outside of Oxbow Creek as well. Being respectful is something that we all value very highly. And finally, the last one that we're going to be talking a lot about this year is responsibility. And I was thinking about that because, responsibility changes a lot as you get older. I'm responsible now for making sure my kids get to college if we can afford it. I'm responsible to make sure that they get a good education. I'm responsible for making sure that we have a house to live in and we pay the bills so that we can keep up. That's a lot of responsibility. If you're 7, 8, 6, 12 years old, being responsible looks a lot different. But I was making a little list of some of the things that I think kids in elementary school can show their responsibility. And included on that list, waking up in the morning. You can be responsible for getting yourself out of bed and not relying on your parents anymore. Maybe you have a pet. We have a dog at home. Are you responsible for your pet? Do you take them for walks? Do you feed them? Is it up to you? Can you be a responsible pet owner? Finishing chores. I know some of you do dishes. Do you make your bed in the morning if you're supposed to? Do you keep a clean room? Wearing a bike helmet. That's being responsible, making sure that you're safe when you're on the bike or on the skateboards. Finishing your homework. Your teachers are looking for responsible kids who actually get their homework done and hand it in on time. Showing up for practice. If you're on a soccer team or a football team this fall, maybe you're responsible for making sure that you're on time for practice every time. Watching a younger brother and sister. I know a lot of you have younger brothers and sisters in your household. Maybe you've been asked sometimes to be the responsible one and make sure that they don't do anything that's not safe. Or even just when you get in and out of the car, buckling your own seatbelt, making sure that that's the responsible thing to do. So there are a lot of ways that you can show your responsibility, and I hope that's something that becomes a priority for each and every one of you this year. As far as announcements, thank you to all who participated in the fundraiser this year. The envelopes were coming in on Friday, and it looks like it was really a good turnout. If you did not turn yours in yet, please do so today immediately when you can. Bring it in because they're wanting to finalize that and get those totals done. And then those prizes will be coming to you down the road as well when they figure out exactly who's done what. So thank you for participating in that. That's what allows us to do a lot of the extras we do here at Oxbow for all of you. On Wednesday this week, it's going to be kind of fun. After school, it is homecoming week over at Champlain Park High School across the street. So on Wednesday, we're going to have a little parade out behind the high school on that Oxbow Creek Boulevard. And rumor has it Shadow's going to make an appearance, the first appearance of the year, our mascot here at Oxbow. So if you can join us out there, I think the parade starts at about 5:30. It's a pretty short parade, and then we end up right at the football stadium. And then Friday, appropriately, our student leadership team has called it Spirit Day, and it's wear your rebel gear. So if you've got anything rebel, wear it. And if you don't, wear something blue and silver so you got the school colors going as we cheer on the Champlain Park Rebels in all the different activities that they're a part of over there. Do want to mention the lunchroom quickly. I've had a couple parents come to me talking about the volume of noise in the lunchroom. Remember that inside voice piece? Because when we have 200, 250 people in one room and everybody's free to talk, it can get loud quickly. So be sure that you're following that part and keeping that noise to a reasonable level. Fifth grade especially, I'm looking to you to make that difference because that's one of the ones that has been mentioned to me as being extra loud. We don't want that to be the case. And then starting next week, we're going to start featuring kids. And I just want to remind you all, the way we do that is I invite teachers, and they take turns, but the teachers get a chance to nominate kids for one of the character awards that we have. It's either having to do with the word of the month, word of the week, or it's just being wild about learning. And they take turns alternating with that. And they look around their classroom and they decide who are the kids that they want to feature. And my goal for all of you is to want to be that kid. I know some teachers have the class actually decide, and that's kind of cool too, because if your classmates recognize you as the one who's best representing that character trait, that's an awesome it's an awesome award to receive because of that as well. But we're going to start featuring kids on the announcements next week. So if that's one of your goals, let's do it. And then we'll end the week with jokes, as I typically do. I've got some good ones here. Andrew from 2PI wrote this one. What do skeletons say before they begin dining? Bon appetit. And this is Braden from One Wall, Miss Wall's class. What's tuna fish plus tuna fish? Forna fish. He's obviously been doing his math. Way to go, Braden. Forna fish. Abby from 2BE, it looks like. Did you know that French fries weren't made in France? French fries not made in France? No, they were cooked in Greece. The country. Clever. And this is Kiera from 3SH. What do you call a cat with 8 legs? An octopus. There you go. Those are the jokes for the week. It's a great week ahead of us. Make it a good one, and we'll see you next week.